Today's horoscope, Gemini April 13, 2022. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money, and compatibility with other signs. Tense issues can surface or are triggered early today as Mercury forms a square aspect to Pluto. They can temporarily interfere with healthy communicating and thinking. You may be wrestling with some feelings of guilt and anxiety which can skew thinking. Instead of allowing these things to fester and to undermine your happiness, try to pinpoint the source and work on resolving frustrated feelings or resentments. It's easier to gain perspective as the day advances. Also today, Mercury moves into your sector of home and family, where it will transit until the 29th. There can be more frequent conversations and thoughts related to your personal life during this cycle. It's a fine time for remembering old methods that worked for you that you might now revive. While this is not the most expressive or communicative of times in the Mercury cycle, it's a sound period for sorting out problems around the home and opening up the lines of communication with loved ones. With more objectivity applied to your personal and family affairs, your choices and decisions tend to be a little more well-rounded than usual. It can be a time of evaluating your inner feelings, values, and connections, or of assessing and negotiating in your domestic life. Your love horoscope. No need to repress your innermost feelings. At least not while you're getting to know someone and genuinely being vulnerable with one another. For instance, the moon will enter Leo today, which in turn activates your committed 7th house of agreements, compromise, and significant others. Dramarama? Never say never with a Leo moon. However, Mercury's celestial ruler of your romantic 5th house of love shift into Taurus could certainly fuel the fire, as you are more prone to telling it like it is and speaking from the heart. Definitely communicate, but continue to hold space for your significant other. Your career horoscope. Try to air your concerns in a productive manner. Since Mercury in Aries squares Pluto in Capricorn today, you may feel mentally frustrated. There could be some pressing concerns or annoyances that you feel like you need to bring up. But how you go about it can make a huge difference in productivity. Try to remember your tone, turf, and timing as you address each issue head-on. Later on, Mercury leaves Aries for fixed Taurus, drawing your attention towards domestic matters. Your mind may become fixated on your chores and work at home. Your finance horoscope. It is the moon's friendly aspect to Jupiter and Neptune, in the heart of their alignment in your income sector, that makes its final hours in your work sector a window into what is building both financially and professionally. With Venus, the planet of money, in her first weekend in your income sector and Mars returning next week, nothing you can dare to imagine can match what the stars are working to make it real. Social life today. A naturally harmonious atmosphere exists between you and your private sphere. You are increasingly at the center of things and are an important person of reference, which could place extra burdens on you. You have an abundance of energy for yourself, your family and friends, and are strong, calm and harmonious, strengthening family bonds. You can be sure that your loved ones will return your support when you need it. Your dating horoscope. You usually face the world with a big, open heart. Just for now though, try closing up just a bit. You'll meet certain folks out there who wouldn't mind using you if you let them get too close. Flirting tips. You encourage others to be as enthusiastic about life as you are. Your fresh approach, combined with a laid-back attitude, is bewitching for potential dates. Be careful when faced with choices to ask yourself how serious this person's interest is in you. A short flirtation or the start of a more serious relationship. Lucky numbers: 3, 19, 29, 38, 45. Your well-being horoscope. Giving up is certainly not your style, but since you associate living with constant activity, you don't always know how to react to a lull. If there is something or someone in your life that isn't producing the kind of energy you expect, give it some time before you decide what you think. For instance, if you can't motivate yourself to get exercise for a day or two, does this mean that you are not exercising anymore? No. Practice being patient with yourself and others. Your daily numeroscope. Be sure that your guidance of others is tempered with compassion and sensitivity. The essence of this day's vibration will greatly enhance your leadership skills. However, it can also see you more in tune with your ambitions than with the needs of others. Given your usual drive to accomplish things, this can be damaging. Just slow down every now and then as you go about your business, at least long enough to notice how others are doing around you. Daily planetary overview. Today's Neptune-Jupiter conjunction makes this the most energetically potent time of the year. The last time this energy occurred was in the mid-1800s, and it won't occur again for another century, which means that it's a pivotal time to manifest our dreams. This is a once-in-a-lifetime energy that allows us to shift our spiritual views and beliefs and the way we feel about situations or other people. We could be drawn to take a leap of faith based on intuition. If you're longing to connect with someone, this is an ideal time for romance. The love that you feel for others can translate into good vibrations for yourself. Before we get lost in all the watery energy, the Sun and Saturn share a harmonious connection tonight, which enables us to feel a little more grounded. The watery vibe of Neptune and Jupiter in Pisces can make us avoid obligations, but Saturn is here to make sure that we don't abandon our duties and we finish everything that needs to be done. This also relates to the way you do business. If your boss is domineering or unkind, this could be the time to go to human resources. And if you don't want to stay in the job or work for them anymore, you might want to start looking for another opportunity elsewhere. Sky for today. In the morning, Saturn forms a T-square to the lunar nodes in Taurus and Scorpio, encouraging us to embrace discipline, maturity, and self-respect. We currently linger at a crossroads. Responsibilities weigh heavily on our minds and hearts, and it may seem like the best way to achieve the results we desire is to use force, enact a power play or two, or demonstrate our will by playing the competition in a game of chess. Scare tactics might have worked for us before. Stress or intensity may have gotten the job done. However, we're currently prompted to choose the patient path and elect peace over fear. The road to becoming our own authority is paved with these choices. Do we opt for the quick fix, the thrill, the pleasure of victory where there is a clear winner and loser? Or do we opt for the route that may take more time for us to see success, but promises outcomes rooted in harmony and longevity? In the late afternoon, the Leo moon trines the Aries sun, stimulating pleasant and sociable feelings. This is a great aspect to relax and spend time with friends. We are in the mood to give and receive compliments, but also independent enough not to take offense if others come to the table wanting to do different things. We're all a bit interested in taking the spotlight now, but know that we shine brighter in good company.